don't let up at all just because they have a 2-goal lead. It's one of the most dangerous leads in hockey. So I think what they need to do is really just keep the pressure on, keep Cretin playing defense like they have all game, because like I said, Cretin hasn't been able to generate a whole lot of offense because they've been playing defense so often. So St. Thomas just can keep up the forecheck, and I think they'll be fine.
Don't forget, Backstreet Kitchen offers made-from-scratch meals to eat on house or for delivery throughout the Twin Cities, conveniently located in Northeast Eden Prairie, near Highway 169 and Valley View Road. Check out backstreetkitchen.com for more info. Backstreet Kitchen is gourmet redefined. As we are set for period number 3, St. Thomas Academy will skate left to right to start this third period. Cretin-Derham Hall right to left. That is a quick whistle here to start the third period.
They should really invest in some nets for the end of this rink, or they're going to lose a lot of pucks. At least the moat helps so it doesn't hit the fans.
Although it is quite a ways away.
Yeah,
it is a lengthy jaunt for a puck to get to the fans.
Well, yeah, it's just a little difficult for them to have to go get a puck every time it goes over the glass.
As that one hits the side of the net, a shot here by St. Thomas Academy Matt Perry taking the shot. First minute of action. We got a chance during the intermission to listen in to the St. Thomas Academy. What would you call that? I don't know if it's really an infomercial. Should we call it a campaign video?
Yeah.
Would be a good terminology. Got to see some of the facilities that St. Thomas Academy hoping to improve upon, and I'm sure you remember some of those facilities.
Oh, yeah, sure. And they've been talking about doing that expansion for a while. I'm glad to see it's finally starting to move on a little bit. I think it'd be great for I think it's a science and math. Let's go.
And this one wrapped around and in. A goal for St. Thomas Academy. And that gives them a little breathing room now at 4-1.
Yeah, that was good for them to come out and set the tone. Cretin had some momentum going into the end of that period there, but St. Thomas, like I was talking about, just came out and kept the forecheck up, and pays off for them. They got a nice 3-goal lead now.
I believe it was Henry Hart getting the goal, but we'll wait for the call.
Yep.
St. Thomas Ball, number 14, Henry Hart. Sales number 19, Alex Johnson. And 2, Jack Doherty.
1:22, time of the goal, as Hart does get the goal. The assist coming from Alex Johnson, his 4th of the season, and also Jack Doherty, his 4th of the year. Or check that 3rd of the year, but 2nd of the day. So nice game for the sophomore, Jack Doherty.
Yeah, it's nice to see the young guys stepping up for St. Thomas. It's the future of the organization. It's always good to see that they're generating some offense as well.
When we get a whistle, and there's our whistle, got another email from Professor Steve Edgerman once again.
Oh, goody. What did I say
Just
wrong
as you
this
thought
time?
finals week was over.
Yeah, God.
Get Steve Edgerman, who I believe claims to have been a professor at University of Minnesota Duluth, if I remember right.
I'm just going to throw one out there and guess it was English.
Actually, rocket scientist, I believe. I believe he's actually going after me this time, and
thank God.
We'll talk about this on the next whistle, because I want your opinion on it.
All right.
We got into some fairly heated debates. As here's a shot into the moat, out of the moat, into the seats. Professor Edgerman states the term pre-owned is classically nonsensical marketing speak. Pre-owned would technically mean new, i.e. never before owned, pre-owned. As a result, when you wandered aloud whether your colleague would be purchasing a new or pre-owned vehicle, which person would be Brent Kanoki, you were actually not presenting him with an alternative at all.
Oh.
So are you buying a new car or a new car, Brent? Essentially. Inquiring minds would like to know. course, he will be buying it at Country Chev, countrychev.com. Pat Francis of Annandale. We'll get back to you on that.
Nice to know someone's listening.
What do you think about that line of thought?
I mean, I see where he's coming from.
Sure.
But I feel like if it made a whole lot of difference, I don't think every car dealership I've ever been to would talk about it.
Well, I want to throw a retort to that idea. What if pre-owned is a short term for previously owned?
I think that's what it might
being
be.
Previously owned. Not pre-owned as in formerly or before, but pre as in a short terminology for previous.
I think that's probably what it
That would be a correct terminology then, would it not?
Absolutely. I'm sure we'll get another email specifying.
I would guess so. I would amazed. As here comes Cretin-Derham Hall, and a shot there by Patrick Cullen. Stop with the pad by Ian West.
Nice job by St. Thomas defense there, cutting off the pass lane, 2-on-1s. Not always easy to play as a defenseman, but well played there, forcing him to take the shot to the outside. Good save by West also.
Already 7 shots on goal for St. Thomas Academy. That's the first shot on net for Cretin-Derham Hall in the third period. As this one sent down the ice. And sent back in. As Dan McManus pushes it back in for the Cadets. And now Max Jackson. 12.5 to play. And McManus again. On sides for St. Thomas Academy. Doherty. As that one gets lost. Tipped away by Jackson again. Again, Jackson, a freshman. Along with Decker and Reese for Cretin-Derham Hall. As this one point blank and unable to get the shot off was Tom Novak. And again, just tied up enough by the defense of Cretin-Derham Hall. As the Cadets will change now under 12 minutes. As we've got a whistle here.
Looks like it's going to be a penalty.
And I'm wondering, too many men on the ice might be the call on this one.
I did not see. The ref was pointing vigorously at a player from Cretin, though.
And yeah, they're going to St. Thomas Academy and holding up 6 fingers. I think they're going to say there were too many men on the ice for St. Thomas Academy. And there goes Jack Doherty. He'll serve the penalty. So a chance here for Cretin-Derham Hall to get back into it again. As a coach, you hate to see those types of penalties because those are penalties that obviously could be easily alleviated.
Yeah, just got to work on the communication a little bit.
And so a chance for Cretin-Derham Hall. They are 0 for 1 on the power play. And a turnover out in front, and Krieger almost had a shorthanded goal.
Yeah, I mean, from what I've seen so far, Cretin's power play has been pretty laid back. They haven't really put together a whole lot of offense, and that obviously doesn't help their cause a whole lot. They got to get it out of their zone. They can't just be sitting there playing, pass back and forth.
And Krieger again will control as he flips it to Scherhammer, and Scherhammer will clear the zone. 1:25 remaining on the power play. There's Krieger again, a 2-on-1. And Krieger a chance, and saved again by Petrikowski.
This is just another look at St. Thomas's aggressive penalty kill style. See, Commerce and Krieger were both under the goal line there. It's not a very typical way of playing a traditionally defensive style or defensive aspect of the game.
As Cretin-Derham Hall, for the first time in this power play, a chance to cycle around and a chance there for Jack Stang, and Ian West makes the catch on a high shot that might have gone over the net anyways. Nonetheless, a face-off will come to his right. West, 10 saves on the day, only 11 shots. For Petrikowski, he's made 25 saves. 29 shots. And this part of the power play starts out well. As Cretin able to cycle it around. Here's McClanahan giving off now to Reese. Reese, a backhander, right out front, and now flipped out around, and this will get out. McMahon will have to chase it all the way down the ice. 15 seconds remaining.
That was a good start for Cretin, though. That was a really well set up couple shots. They had some good opportunities, but I think if they can do that more often, they'd still have a shot to get back in this game.
There's McClanahan again as he'll flip it in. 3 seconds to go. This power play is going to end again without a goal. So the too many men on the ice does not hurt St. Thomas, and now Doherty comes out of the penalty box and gets a shot. He came straight out of the penalty box, and the puck just happened to come out into the neutral zone, and he had a one-on-one with Petrikowski, and Petrikowski able to make the save.
Yeah, great awareness by Doherty there, coming out of the box. It's always like defense not always paying attention to whoever's behind them, so good play there by Doherty.
Just in case you're a multitasking fan, as I am, North Dakota State now leading Minnesota 53-52, 7:19 to go, as we've got delayed offsides, and
that was a high stick.
Or a high stick, rather, waved off. Nine minutes, 20 seconds remaining. And controlled here by Chris Connolly. And now right out front into the slot, and a shot, bouncing puck, a rebound attempt, and unable to pull the trigger was Frank Hoffman. Now picked up by Deitch, and he is taken down, and there's going to be a penalty against the Cadets. A tripping penalty as Deitch came out, had an opportunity, and was tripped up on the play, and Cretin-Derham Hall's going to get 2 minutes on the power play.
Yeah, good job by Cretin getting the offense going there. St. Thomas panicking a little bit, couldn't get it out of their zone, and Cretin ended up drawing a penalty, so it's just an example of what Cretin can do if they focus their offense a little bit more.
As this one cycles around to Deitch again. Well, they try to get it back to Deitch. That one screened out. Minute 30 remaining on the power play as Olmshank gives it off to Deitch, who drives it wide and out. Penalty on Wyatt Schmidt for the trip. There's Deitch again. Check that, Dominic Nitti gives it to Deitch, and Deitch goes down. And again, St. Thomas Academy, just for lack of a better term, just mucking things up.
Yeah, I agree.
That one driving wide. Cullen has it flipped all the way back. St. Thomas has a chance to get a fresh set of legs out. 55 seconds remaining in the power play. And this is Olmshank flipping it in. And now controlled by Seamus Donahue. All the way down the ice. This time some pressure from St. Thomas. Gunnar Regan follows the play all the way. And now 30 seconds remain. There's Cullen now. Picks it up. It's got a seam. And a shot tipped away by West. Around to McClanahan. 15 seconds remaining into the slot. That tips off about 3 skates and kept in the zone by McMahon. Nicely done, keeping that stick down just enough to avoid the high stick. Penalty about to end, however, and the penalty does end as McMahon skates and a shot and a goal. And that will pull the Raiders within 2. An even strength goal just after the power play comes to a close. And the Raiders get back to within 2 with 6:44 remaining. Goal coming at 10:16.
Good offensive pressure there by Cretin. That was really the first time we've seen them set up in the offensive zone, and it paid off really well for them. I think this is a good lesson to them. Just got to keep whacking away at it, and eventually you can claw your way back into this game. There's still plenty of time left. 6:45. Plenty of time to get a couple of goals.
McMahon getting the goal. That's his first goal of the year, second point of the day. Assisted on the play by Rob Donovan. That's his 4th assist. Patrick Cullen picks up his 2nd assist, and here come the Raiders again. As that shot coming through, Jack Stang, and blocker save there made by Ian West. One flipped through. Alex Johnson the other way. And he's tied up nicely. That was Sam DePalma, the senior defenseman, making the play. We haven't heard a whole lot from DePalma, but he makes a nice play there. And a bouncing puck, and a dangerous one. 30 shots on goal, make it 31 for St. Thomas Academy. Just 16 on net for Cretin-Derham Hall, but it is just a 2-goal game at 4-2. And a shot and a goal. What a play by Krieger, and how about the pass? And 5-2.
That first line for St. Thomas just showing off their chemistry there. That was a really well put together play there. But I think it was that Perry and Krieger there?
It was, indeed.
That was pretty. That's exactly what St. Thomas needed at this point. Bounce back right after Cretin gets a little momentum shift their way. St. Thomas kind of buries the hatchet a little bit, putting them back up by 3.
Just a minute 5 seconds after the Cretin-Derham Hall goal. So 11:21 as Perry gets the assist. That's his 2nd assist of the day. Krieger gets his 2nd goal of the day. As this one will go high into the section on the far side, and then a little extracurricular afterwards.
I think we're going to see a lot more of that as this game starts to draw to a close. Been noticing getting a little more physical, but in these rivalry games towards the end, they can just get straight nasty.
And so 5:16 to go. We'll watch for that. Oof. And a chance there just past West. Next stoppage, got a rebuttal. Whoa, as Perry goes down. Got a little forearm shiver there. And now here come the Raiders. I was going to say we have a rebuttal again from Professor Edgerman.
Can't wait.
Testing you once again. Did you take English this semester?
I didn't. No, I didn't have to take any English classes this semester. Probably should have.
This is what happened.
Yeah.
As this is played by Donahue. And now picked up for Cretin-Derham Hall by Nick Reese. He'll dump it down. This should be icing. According to Professor Edgerman, he says, I'm sure that the sponsor did, to our point, use the Latin pre as to before as shorthand for the word previously. That said, it's as inaccurate as airline guests and agents using the phrase, we're now pre-boarding the aircraft. By definition, passengers are boarding the aircraft. Much as pre-owned implies never have being owned pre-boarding, implies passengers have not yet boarded the aircraft. Merry Christmas, I'll stop bothering you now. I don't know if I buy his rebuttal either, by the way.
No, I don't know. I'm no English professor, so.
As this one loose. Nick Reese able to clear it back out, and he's chasing it all the way down, and he's just cleared out by Scherhammer.
Yeah, good solid defense by Eric Scherhammer there.
Scherhammer deciding he's not going to get pushed around by a second freshman in this game tonight. As West able to make the save. And the reason, by the way, I'm going to argue against his point is that that's a different context for the word pre. Again, pre as in previous, and pre as in before. They're two different contexts as to which you use the term. Pre is a prefix.
I'm just gonna technicality. I'm
No?
just gonna call technicality
Yeah.
on that one. I don't know. I mean,
Calling
I see his point.
shenanigans on the whole deal.
Yeah, I see his point, but
Agree to
grammatically correct
disagree?
or not, it's just what's said.
We went around and around with Professor Edgerman during the state tournament last year.
Oh yeah.
Yes. 3.5 minutes to go in this one. 5-2 Cadets. They've led throughout. Goal came just a minute 47 into this one. Peter Krieger got the goal. Make it 1-0. And St. Thomas has yet to look back. They led 3-0, 4-1, and now 5-2. St. Thomas looks to go to 4-1 on the season. And under 3 minutes now. And we've got a whistle that'll bring it down into the cadet zone. Creighton-Durham Hall taking off a couple of days, but not too many. They'll play on the 26th, playing in the bronze division of the Schwann's Cup. They'll take on Providence Academy. St. Thomas Academy, meanwhile, they'll play on the 26th as well. There's that one covered up by Petrakowski. They'll take on Holy Angels. That game over at Ritter Arena.
That should be a good game.
On the 26th, depending on how that goes. They're in the gold division. There's this one back behind the net. And the last 2.5 minutes now as Nitti will try and clear the zone, unable to do so. Weaving through, and Scherhammer unable to pull the string on that one. Now getting it off to McManus. He's tied up on the play. Scherhammer into the wall. Minute 48 to go. Now coming free. A chance for Commerce. He was tripped up, but there will be no call. A minute and a half to go. St. Thomas and Holy Angels, the winner of that one, gets to play the winner of the Duluth East Burnsville game. And Burnsville, I think, is supposed to have a decent team. Duluth East, #1 in the state in AA, so we could technically have a #1 versus #1 matchup there if all goes in the first round. And a chance there. 1 minute to go. Creighton-Durham Hall will take on either Orono or Rogers in the second round, depending on who wins and loses. Rogers has put together a decent team. Orono typically not bad either. Boy, that gold division is stacked again.
Yeah,
St.
Schwann's Cup
Thomas
is always good hockey.
St. Thomas, Holy Angels, Duluth East, Burnsville. In the bottom half of the bracket, Ho-Hum, Hill Murray versus Minnetonka in one quarterfinal. Blaine and Edina in the other.
Wow.
State tournament in December.
I was going to say, it sounds a lot like the state tournament.
20 seconds to go. Those tournaments have a funny way of predicting how things may play out a couple of months down the road as to who's going to make the tournament and play well. 5 seconds to go as the St. Thomas Academy Cadets are going to come out on top on this one. The final score of 5-2. As we'll take a break, come back to wrap things up after this. You're listening to high school hockey on the Minnesota Sports Broadcast Network.